Okay, so today I'm going to do something a little bit different because it's something I think it's interesting to do and kind of falls in line with looking at Solidity type stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to build the Solidity compiler from scratch from GitHub. Now, there are a couple of things you have to do before you can build it. Okay, so this is in the Solidity docs. They say building from source. You have to have CMake, and that's version 1.13 or above. I think that I have something like version 3.20. And then Boost, which is libraries that it needs, and Git we've already have. Now, this is important. You notice they say versions. You must be able to check the version. Now, with CMake, the other thing you need, of course, is the GCC, compiler. Now, since we're doing this on Linux, I chose GCC. So let's talk about that. So the CMake that was on my system was too old, so I had to download it, and I had to make sure that when I type, let me bring up my little prompt up here. Let's see, is that the right one? Yeah, okay. So when I do CMake version, I think it's 2 dashes, that it's the right one, and the other one is GCC. Okay, so that's 8.4. Now, I wasn't able to find a version 9. Maybe there isn't one yet from Ubuntu. And there are 2 things you may have to do once you download it. One of the things is you may have to change your path, and in Windows that can be done in the when you get into the advanced options in the system. When you can click on the computer configuration, and in Linux you would change. I changed the dot. What is it now? It's the .bashrc right here, and that's where I exported the path. The other thing I did is there is a standard place, so if you do it'll show you that the path that it's looking, and in some cases that is actually one of the things. It was actually I had to do something where there was a standard path, and that was actually a symbolic link. Yeah, I think this was it. And you said that is a symbolic link. And we've looked at that before, ln-s. So you're basically linking the bin that you need to the actual version of GCC. They also talk about, if you look at the docs about installing GCC, how you can set it up so you can change versions. Not going to need to do that for this. The other thing you need in order to do this is you need Boost, which so this is a series of libraries for C++ that you have to set up, and they go through that documentation here, tell you where to put it. I think it was under user. let's see, use a local, you set boost root, and then it should hopefully work. Now, the next step, obviously, is we need to get the code. So, again, we go back to GitHub, and you can also, if you're interested in helping out, getting involved in the Solidity project, and that's a good way to get contacts, to learn, really learn about how it works. Let me see where are. That is the, they talk about how to do that as well. Let me just find where the Git commands are that you need. Here, here we go. They have 2 Git clone hints. This is the one here. So let me go back to my my home C build. So I'm going to put it here, and I am going to copy this. Copy. And paste that in here, and that should get our, you can see it's getting our library. So it's, and you'll notice, that's interesting. Okay, so there should be the scripts. Well, the other thing before I do this, I want to also set up my get a remote thing here. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do here is give myself my own version in my GitHub repository. Now, and so I'm just going to use my account. See if this works. Let's see. Well, that is interesting. Git remote, add personal Git. All right, we're gonna have to look at that. Oh, no. I wonder, Git at GitHub, Git remote add. Maybe I don't think I need it in, but let's try it. Otherwise, we're going to have to look up how to do that. Which is, let's see, let's try it from here. There we go. I wasn't in the right directory. That's, yeah, because I didn't have a Git thing here. And I didn't have the, what is it, the .git directory, a .github. Okay, so now we're going to build this puppy and see. What's nice is we should be able to command line. So on Linux you can just say, let's hope this works. We will see. See if this works. All right. Okay. Pound. Missing file systems unit test. Huh. Okay, we're going to have to investigate this. Okay, so as you can see right now it's compiling. What I had to end up doing, it got a little bit tricky. There were basically two issues. The first issue was the fact that you have to include, you have to get the lib, was it the lib boost all dev. I'm going to put a link in the show, in the notes to the stack flow. But basically I had to do an additional apt-get install. And let me see if I can show you that page now. Let me see what we're looking at here. This is by, okay. Okay, we got, okay, this was something else I was looking at. Let me go and this was the one I want to be looking at, and here is the all right, let me pull that up because it's showing something else here. So this is the thing I found here. Right down here. So I didn't put CMake back again since I already had CMake, and I just did it without that. That seemed to get rid of the first error that we saw last time where we couldn't find the boost. The other thing I did, and then when I ran it, I was running into another issue that it was complaining it didn't have the right version of G++, and now I knew that was wrong because we checked that it was going to 8.4. Actually, the G++ was not, so I fixed that. Same methodology. I changed the link to point to 8 rather than 7. And then what I had to do is make a modification. There is a file called, let me see if I can bring that in. Well, maybe I'll wait till this is done building. Let's see where we are here. You can see there's a lot there that's building. And it's only, what, 20? Yeah, this may take a while. Let me see if I can bring up that file and then put it on the screen. Let's see. Let's kill that, kill that. So let me, this is one of the other config files. Let me open the file that I actually need. And let's see. Wasn't in here. It was in, I'm going to bring this up and show you what I had to do here. So, where did it go? Okay. Let me bring this in. Let's see, this is still going here. All right. I am going to bring up a window and let's see what we got here. Gotta find the right one. So there is a, well, here we go. Okay, we have this thing called Edit Dependencies. Now in Edit Dependencies, there I added, let me see where I did it. I had to add, I think it was in here. Had to add a property. Or was it in here? It may have been in a different file, because what I had to do is tell Boost, let me see, I think it may have been, I think I know what file it was in, because if it wasn't here, it would have been in cmakelist.txt. Let's see if that's the one. I had to tell it, what did I have to do? Trying to remember which file I had to edit, because what I had to do is, it was failing because it was saying that it was not able to, it did not have the right C++ compiler. So what I had to do is tell it that it in fact did, and I'm trying to remember which file I did that in, because I thought I did it in here, but it may have been in a different file. And it was compiler settings. Let's see, here we go. It should be in here somewhere. Yeah. I had to add and tell it that I had 8.0 for my compiler. So let's see if I can find. Okay, it's right here. So what I did is I added this parameter because if you look here, it's looking for this. It's looking for this variable. So I just created it. And that seemed to make it happy. See how happy it is. It's still happy. And well, it's still going. It's about halfway done. So this is going to continue building, and as you can see, you may run into issues. So let's try to review them. First of all, I had to add those libraries that were not had not been downloaded using the sudo get app install. And the second thing I had to do was tell it that what compiler it had. So those things were not mentioned anywhere that I saw prior, and again, it can get pretty fussy because you got the boost libraries, you got the compiler thing, and if you look in the directives, there are tons of different settings, tons of different scripts to build this thing. And but it's going. I mean, we're at 55% here. So hopefully I found the got yous that will keep you from finding or having to address got yous. Now again, I was doing this on Ubuntu. If you are doing this, do this on Windows or Mac. Mac should be pretty similar because Mac, of course, is basically built upon Linux. So theoretically, it should work pretty much the same. So you got to be aware of your environment variables. You have to make sure you have all the packages, and not, you can't just copy in the boost libraries. You had to do that apt-get to get the libraries you needed. Now I wonder if I actually needed to copy down, to bring down the whole boost, or if doing the apt-get all boost, I think it was, or get all boost, or something to that effect, if that would have resolved the issue. But not sure. But right now it's happily, well, it ran into something. It failed. So, well, it looks like we got some more to look at. Figure out why it was failing. Undefined reference to boost system genetic category. Target tool celerity upgrade. Tools check font celerity upgrade. Okay, so there's something it's still not happy with. But we will continue to look at this, and but for now, I think we're going to call it a night. And if you found this helpful, even though we haven't quite gotten there all the way yet, then please give a like, please subscribe, please ring the bell to get notified of future videos, and let your friends know if they're interested. And I will speak to you all next time.